Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here. I'm here to give my thoughts on Hasbro's Pulse's Fans First Friday reveal day, official reveal day, because we've seen a lot of these figures already, from the other kind of sources. So I know I'm late to the party with all this, but I worked the weekends, so from the time this happened till now, I've pretty much been constantly busy. And I had a chance to really sit down and make a video to go in depth of my thoughts on each of these figures. So what I'm going to touch on first is, the first thing they really showed was the Studio Series 86 line. Now this is taking the Studio Series, which is based on the Transformers movies. Now mostly it's been based on the live action films, but now they're going to pivot to the 1986 animated film. And that's going to please some people, and that's probably going to piss off some people as well. People who are diehard, live action movie fans are like, well, now we're going to be, you already got some G1 service going in the other generations, the War for Cybertron trilogy and stuff. Why does it need to, leak its way into Studio Series? Well, that's because they're going for a, G1 movie accurate deco for these figures, and I can't blame them. I mean, it's a winning selling point. I'm in for it. So I mean, I can't blame Hasbro for trying to milk this. And my thing here with the 86 Studio Series is that leaving it open to duplicate characters. We got Cyclonus coming out in Kingdom that we know. Now, can further down the line in the 86 offshoot of the Studio Series, can they make another Cyclonus? Will they do that? I wouldn't put it past them. They might wait a while to do that. But I mean, the Kingdom Cyclonus looks pretty good. Especially the alt mode. It looks excellent. And I think the robot mode is fine now. It's not like screen accurate like they're trying to hit with like SCOURGE and stuff. But I still think pairing them together, as long as they made them to scale close to each other, it will work. So actually on Thursday, Hasbro officially revealed Hot Rod and Jazz from this 86 Studio Series line. And Jazz is the deluxe. Hot Rod is a Voyager, but he's one of the ones he's a deluxe figure in Voyager packaging. He's in the Voyager class because of his accessories and his functionality. First we're going to focus on Jazz, which is Studio Series 8601, I believe he is. I believe he's 01. Yes, he is. So he is going for a cartoon / movie accurate Jazz deco, and they screw it up right off the bat by his number 14 on the side. I'm not going to get to everything I've heard online about that, but my thinking when I first saw the number 14 was they took his G2 number and his G1 number and just put them together. I'm sure Toy Hacks will come up with labels where you can put a 4 or a 1. You just have it either G2 or G1. I'm sure they'll make G2 accurate labels to splash onto this Jazz. If you double dip on them, you could have your G1 and your G2 Jazz. Now, honestly, looking at the pictures, his backdrop is the moon base. When he's on the moon base with Cliff Jumper. So that looks fine. Backdrops are kind of cool. The figure itself is excellent. I love the look of the figure. He's very G1. The door wings fold onto the back. I like that a lot. The alt mode is very much cartoon more than real world, I guess, accurate. I don't know if they got the Porsche license. I don't think so, because I don't see it slapped anywhere on the pictures of Jazz. I'm sure they would put that somewhere on there, maybe, even on these little reveal photos of him. But he looks good. My only probably complaint, I think the blue maybe will be too baby bluish, and maybe it should be a little bit more of a darker blue. I guess we can say too sky blue. But otherwise, he looks good. I wish he came with more accessories. He comes with his G1 accurate gun. I guess if they're going for the movie, he never had the the speakers pop out and play the music to the speakers in the movie. So I guess the accessories fit. I'm sure a 3D printing company somewhere will come up with something. Matrix Workshop, or even Non-F, who is not 3D printing though. I'm sure they can come up with something as well. I'm sure they will. And we're going to move on now to Hot Rod. Now, he is Voyager class figure. he is still a deluxe class figure. He's taller, I think, than Jazz, but he comes with more accessories. He also has the fingers like Earthrise Prime, that he can open up the hands and grip the Matrix of Leadership. He has that ability. He comes with blast effects to put onto the Matrix of Leadership. So he comes with the Matrix. He comes with the little blast effect for the Matrix of Leadership. He comes with his saw blade hand when he starts cutting off the octopus tentacles. And he also comes with a regular blast effect, and he comes with his weapons as well. So he comes with a lot of goodies. And he also has a flip down visor for in the movie when he looks into the shuttle at the start of the movie, and he can see them all up there. So he comes with, he is more Masterpiece, I think, than the actual Masterpiece, which actually he's buried behind these mini bots on my shelf here. He looks better than the official Masterpiece. He's got a smaller backpack than the official Masterpiece. My biggest gripe on this Studio Series Hot Rod would be the alt mode. It just, I don't know. It's too, he's just like a little round half circle. He didn't have this sleek, you know, those lines that the actual Hot Rod animation model had. But I'm willing to sacrifice the alt mode for that gorgeous robot mode. Moving on to Leader Class Grimlock. He comes with Autobot Wheelie. Now, this is a part of a contention for a lot of people here, because it seems that Autobot Wheelie does not transform. And you can look at him and tell he doesn't transform. He is scaled to match Grimlock, which means he's pretty small. He's going to be smaller than your mini bots back here, most likely. And he's going to... he's molded already. It looks like he doesn't really have any articulation. His joints are all molded. He's molded in the pose of shooting off the slingshot. He's molded to ride on the back of Grimlock. I'm clicking through the computer here so I can get to more pictures of that. He's in a weird stance, like he's riding a character. So he's molded that way, doesn't transform, and he's hollow in the insides of his legs. He is pretty much an accessory piece to Grimlock. They're not trying to replicate Wheelie, which is kind of bad. Now, they missed an opportunity here to sell a Wheelie that actually transformed. But at least his robot mode is pretty screen accurate, even if he doesn't transform. So that's still cool. He still has a slingshot with him. Grimlock himself he's awesome looking. He's beefy. He's 8.5 inches tall. So to clarify, he is bigger than your Siege Magnus. He is still not what a Leader Class figure used to be, as those are more around 9.5, 10 inches tall. But if you have the BMB Dinobot set, you have that Grimlock from that, he's going to be about a ½ inch taller than that Grimlock. So he's about an inch taller than, if you have Siege Ultra Magnus, he's going to be about an inch taller. Now, I don't know about his width, how bulky he's going to be compared to Ultra Magnus. He looks bulky in the photos. I'm just going to guarantee he's probably going to be pretty bulky. He looks cool. I want to say that he puts the Power of the Primus Grimlock to shame. Now, compared with the BMB set, I still say this one here, I would dump that for this, but you pretty much the BMB set, you get all those Dinobots for like $70. This Grimlock here is going to cost you at least $50. Comes with a wheelie, comes with his G1 gun. He looks cool. We know we're getting other Dinobots. I can't remember which one it was. It was a Slag. One of those comes with Daniel. So I'm hoping they end up hitting all the Dinobots, even Snarl, who didn't really appear in the movie very much. I'm hoping that you guys go ahead and don't skip out on him. Just go ahead and do him as well to get this set in this way. It's a way to do the cartoon accuracy with the figures. And I can't wait for Grimlock. He looks really good. He looks like a good, proper Grimlock. Even the alt mode on the guy. His tail might be a little bit too big, too beefy. But overall, he looks good. And now we've seen both photos. He's got the solid yellow neck and then that clear gold translucent neck. I'm thinking he's coming in translucent, even though some of the still official reveal photos it has a solid. A lot of the ones people have the actual toy in hand, it looks to be the translucent gold. Which I think is a good trade-off between toy and cartoon. So you can get at least some kind of the actual toy into the figure. Now it's not, I guess, movie accurate, but you know, which is what this is supposed to be going for. So really it should be the solid yellow color. Alright, so moving on to Deluxe Class BLURR from the Studio 86 line. That figure, I've seen people arguing about that. I have the Takara Legends BLURR, which is like the Titan Returns BLURR, but in cartoon accurate deco. I'm pretty okay with that figure. He looks good in robot mode. He looks really good in vehicle mode. I have no problem keeping that BLURR as my BLURR. I'm still going to get this BLURR because I want to see in hand which one wins out. This BLURR looks fine to me. People are complaining about his head sculpt. Yeah, he got a little bit, I don't know, I think they went a little bit long on the chin. And he's got some kind of pouty lips. Otherwise, I'm not too fussed with any other of it. I think the overall body design is really good on the figure. The alt mode is perfection. I think that it hits the spot. It looks really good in the alt mode. I have no complaints there at all. Now, BLURR's backdrop is Autobot City when it's being under siege from the Decepticons at the beginning of the movie. I didn't say Hot Rod's, his is inside Unicron when he's opening the Matrix. And Grimlock's, I actually didn't pay attention to his. I think his is on Quintessa. Alright, moving on to Deluxe Class Cup. Now, oh my god. The head sculpt, he's an old timer, right? It looks like he forgot to wear his depends and he crapped himself. That's all I can say about the head sculpt. That's the face. That's what it looks like. He's just, I crap my pants. You know, that's the look on his face. I see. I like the playability feature of the limbs popping off, so you can reenact the scene in the movie when they crash land on Quintessa and his limbs are all off and Hot Rod has to repair him. I like that feature. It also comes with this little container of Energon goodies he gives to the Alicons, and we have Alicons now, so we can reenact those scenes as well. Otherwise, I think the robot mode, the design of the actual robot mode, looks good. The shoulders bug me, which is accurate to the animation with that little piece there. The proportions look off, but honestly, Cup's proportions are off. He just looks that way. He's got a slight backpack. You can see where the truck probably, I guess, unfolds. I think I've seen parts of it. I know some people have reviewed this guy already. I don't watch everything, but I have reasons. But he looks good. I think he's going to be the weakest of the first bunch here, the first wave. He might end up being the peg warmer, I would say. Him and BLURR upon it was warming those pegs, if any of these guys actually stay on the pegs. Cub's backdrop seems to be where the octopus is there, you know, and you got Hot Rod, so you can really reenact that scene. Now, the one I'm wanting the most out of the Studio Series 86 line, I would say my most one is probably, my second most one is probably Jazz. My first most one is Scourge. He looks awesome. I've always had a thing for the 86 movie Decepticon, the Heralds of Unicron. Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge. I've always liked those three. I don't know why I have such an affection. Okay, I'm getting kind of personal here. I don't know why I like them the way I do, but this figure just, I love the overall look of it. I already have so many Scourges, that I got tons of sweeps. That way they don't look exactly alike, which kind of actually ruins the effect of that. I think they may be missing out on here, releasing a 3-pack of this and just calling them sweeps. To change it up, I would take the pink fingernail off and maybe change the head sculpt a little bit. Like give each one different eyes, like when they always gonna get bug-eyed and stuff. Then you can release a sweeps 3-pack or even as a sweeps 2-pack, and that's something I could see them doing. Something I would like for them to do. But back on Scourge, he looks awesome. He comes with a blast effect. So I notice now the Voyager class figures are coming with blast effects. Scourge doesn't come with as much accessories as Hot Rod did. That's because Scourge is actually bigger. He is more of a Voyager class figure now. So his transformation looks a little more complicated, or not complicated, complex. He also has a feature where the thing folds down and you can see his face in vehicle mode. So he's like a flying boat, hovercraft mode. He looks cool, and he's the one I'm most excited for out of the Studio Series line from Transformers, the movie, the 86 Studio Series line. So that's covered the Studio Series line. I know this video is going to get a little long, a little winded. Now we're going to move on to these Walmart exclusive Headmaster releases. Okay, when I was watching that Fans First Friday, or whatever they call it, I got excited when they showed the box. I was like, oh, they're going to re-release the G1 Headmasters. And I didn't get all of the Decepticon ones, so now's my chance because they're highly expensive on eBay. No, they're just releasing or re-releasing these guys. But they're doing the Takara Legends versions in Takara, or in Japan, the Headmaster series. The characters look different than they did in Season 4 of the Rebirth over here. So when you get this Brainstorm right here, he's got the Takara face. So they're going to be slightly different than what you probably saw in Season 4. But I do like that now we're getting Hardhead with a mouth, because, you know, Earth figured he has the battle mask. You know, in the G1 cartoon, he did not. So Hardhead was always my favorite Autobot Headmaster, so I'm glad I'm getting one that's more cartoon accurate. But Brainstorm, he looks cool. It comes with Arachnia. If I don't remember all the names of the guys that go with him, their headmasters, forgive me. And we're getting Mind Wipe. He's actually going to be more purple than what we got out of Titans Returns here in America. He's going to be a little bit darker, but he looks cool. So these are just more cartoon accurate. And there's Chrome Dome. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Compared to what we got over here in the North American market from Hasbro, he's got more brown down here. The feet are actually this color. Just a little more of the cartoon accuracy. And the head sculpt is like the Takara. This one is more like the IDW comics. You get the Headmaster. You come with their gun, and so it's just a reissue. And I guess it's sad to say that I'm more excited for the box, because it looks like the G1 box. Now I'm pretty sure I don't know for certain, but I'm thinking they're probably gonna go a little bit cheaper on the box, and it's probably gonna be smaller, not the actual size it was in the G1 era. It's probably gonna be a little bit smaller, a little scaled down. I'm just assuming this is because it's gonna be a cost-cutting measure. But we're getting Hardhead and Chrome Dome, Brainstorm, and Mind Wipe. I'm gonna shoot over to the Amazon exclusive. We're gonna have a lot of. We got an Amazon exclusive, we got Walmart exclusive, we got Target exclusives, we got exclusives galore. They have the Galactic Odyssey Micromaster 6-pack, and that's just 6 Micromasters. I think some of them complete some of your Decepticon. I think it's Road Patrol. Really, it's supposed to be Barricade. And the G1 as Barricade, they call them something different now. And also 3 vehicles mimic some mask vehicles. So that's not something too big. I'm going to buy it because it's an exclusive, and it seems these Amazon exclusives, not all of them, but most of them, if you miss out, you've missed out. And then you gotta sit there and pay an arm and a leg and a booty call to get these figures. It's just going to be, no. Alright, so going over to the Target exclusives, we're getting the last Conehead to go with your Ramjet and Dirge. We're getting Thrust finally. And he's going to be a Target exclusive, whereas Dirge and Ramjet were Amazon exclusives. Okay, go figure. So, I'm excited to get this guy. Finally, I can get the Coneheads complete. I'm ready for mass consumption. So, I'm going to consume my Coneheads. So, he looks cool. Of course, he's got his, original design wings. That's one thing about the Coneheads. They all had different wings, whereas the original 3 Seekers did not, and they all look pretty much the same. It's different colors. Whereas the Coneheads actually had different wings to differentiate, to make them look different. Let's go that way. And they're also getting Runna. Oh crap! I get their names confused. I'm probably going to get this messed up. Runamuck, Runabout, Runamuck, Runabout. It's Runamuck, right? The black one. It's Runamuck. We're getting the other one. It's just, they're lesser known characters. I like the look of them. They barely appeared in the cartoon. I used to actually have we had the one that was a Y release, and the other one was like a Transformers Collectors Club release. I had both of those. I sold them years ago. I kind of regretted that. Now I don't regret it so much because I get them back again. Their own unique molds instead of just using the Wheeljack / Turbo Trax mold. And it's always. I'm always a sucker for blacks with reds. Black on red, red on black. Those colors always look so good together to me. So I can't wait to get this guy and have my battle chargers completed here. He looks cool. I just love the alt mode. It's so like 80s. They are the Target exclusives. So I know they sold out on the day of. I don't know if they're back in stock now. I haven't checked. Just make sure you get your orders in. So that's really all from the Friday fans reveal we got, and that's my overall thoughts on it all. So I know this video is a little bit longer than I usually try to hit with these, but I try to go more in depth. I'm actually going to try to talk more on camera, which might bore people and be like, oh, I don't watch this. But I'm going to do it anyway, and I did it this way is just to get it all in one video. I could have broke it down into Studio Series and then to, you know, the Walmart, and then just do the exclusives. But I did it all in one video, and honestly, I'm most excited to get Jazz, Scourge, are probably my two most wanted out of the Studio Series. And of course, everybody doesn't want Grimlock. Hot Rod's cool. BLURR's pretty cool. Cup is going to be the odd one out. I want him, just the complete cup of my Takara Legends Cup. He's still an excellent figure, and I think, just by looking at it, I think he wins out. Now, this Studio Series Cup has those action features. You might have a little more articulation, a little more posability. You might have some more ankle tilts that I don't get out of the Takara Legends. But Takara Legends is still pretty cool. Now, the Studio Series Cup alt mode is perfection, just like BLURR's. So I can always keep that in vehicle mode and keep the Takara Legends Cup in robot mode. Moving on to the exclusives. I'm really excited for the G1 Retro boxes we're going to get with the Headmasters. I want my hard head with the, you know, more cartoon accurate head sculpt or face. Otherwise, other than that, I guess Mind Wipe would be kind of cool because he's got more of a deep purple. But other than that, I really just want the boxes. Those are some boxes I'm not going to throw away because they look like G1 boxes. So I'm excited for the boxes. That's sad, I guess. I'm more excited for the box they come in than for the figure that's in the box because I already have all the figures. I guess I will like the fact that they look more cartoon accurate because people who watch my videos often know that I'm more one for cartoon accuracy over, you know, comic book accuracy or original G1 toy accuracy. So that is my thoughts on what was revealed on Fans First Pulse Friday thing. I know I'm like days late. Like I said, I work the weekends. I've been busy, and it's finally at time to sit down and make a video. I'm sorry it's a little long-winded, but I'll do my best to edit and whittle it down some. So I'm going to let you know that if you like anything you see in my videos, please don't forget to click subscribe down below. Also, click the thumbs up button. Even just a like. Even if you don't subscribe, a like will help my channel as well. Even a dislike. Go ahead, thumbs down if you don't like it. Also, if you like my channel, like to support my channel, I do have links down in the description below where you can pre-order these guys. If they're still available on Amazon, I do have an Amazon storefront down below, and I have all these guys listed in the Transformers Studio Series section. I have a section for Studio Series. All the Studio Series guys are listed in there for you to pre-order. Now, the exclusives, those are out of my hands. I haven't linked to them because I think most of them are already sold out. And the Walmart Headmasters, I just wouldn't pre-order from Walmart. I would just wait for it to show up in store. Or maybe if you can get it online after they've been in store for a while. Because they either screw up the pre-orders, or they screw up when you order it. Or the pre-orders just get pushed back, pushed back, pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. And you'll find it in store months before your pre-order will ever come to you. So I've stopped pre-ordering stuff from Walmart. Unless this just has a backup, and then in case I never find it in store, or, you know, I find it once in store, I have another one coming. Just, you know, just backup plan. So I said, thanks for watching this video. Until the next one. Peace out.